Hey guys, welcome back to the Men of War channel. My name is Rafa Conde, of course, a man on a mission here, forging you to be the best version of yourself. And today what I want to talk about is leadership and the lack of leadership that most men walking around this earth have. Right? Zero fucking leadership. But with that said, I want to talk first and foremost about this, leading from the front. Most men that I speak to that can't even lead themselves out of an open door, they tell me all about leading from the front, getting their hands dirty, right? And let me say this right off the bat. Leading from the front doesn't necessarily mean that you are getting your hands dirty all the time with your men. The idea of leading from the front is that your men know that you have been through shit like they have, that your men believe in you, that you will back your men. Sometimes a good leader has to lead from the rear, even though he's technically, philosophically leading from the front. Right? Most men get this big ass confusion where they think that the leader has to be doing their work, their dirty work. No, that's not the way it works. Any commander will tell you that. Any man that's leading a company will tell you that they can't be in the trenches all day long, right? They can't be involved in the day-to-day operations. But leading from the front is leading with heart, with dignity, with ethics, with respect, believing, having your men really believing in you that you've been there and done that shit. That's critical. Now, with that said, why is it that so many men fall flat on their face when they're leading, when they're attempting to lead? Well, I believe that they haven't studied leadership. They haven't been mentored by anyone. They have zero fucking guidance. And more importantly, they don't have the fortitude, the internal fortitude to be a leader. You see, many times a leader has to make decisions that not everybody likes, that it's not the favorite decision across the board. Sometimes people are not going to like him. That's just the way it goes. But you got to have a strong backbone. Oof, you have to have a strong stomach to make critical decisions that maybe will affect other people, not in such a great way. But as long as you are doing it, okay, for a greater cause, and you're doing it because it is the right thing to do. And in the end, this is going to help rather than help those around you. Sometimes those are tough decisions that you have to make. Now, we'll say this, and let me break this down for you. There are different styles of leadership. There are different characteristics. People are different. I'm different than you. You're different than me. You're different than the next guy. I'm different from other people, right? We're all just different. And I've been working at this for a long time. I'm much more in your face. I want to get the job done, more about bottom line productivity, more about getting the mission done, and about tough love. I'm not a kind of guy that's going to be involved in emotional warfare. I'm not one of those guys that feel sorry. Okay, I really don't, even though I am compassionate. I do have feelings sometimes. Hey, as a leader, you have to look at things from a different perspective. But I will tell you this, the men that work with me, around me, that support this mission, they are taken care of. I will have their back in a second, and they know that. But I don't have time for excuses. I don't have time for men who don't really believe in my mission, in my vision. And I think a leader really it's very important for a leader to disseminate and convey his message in a way that people can link with him, that people can see eye to eye with him. But again, like I stated earlier, not everyone is going to see eye to eye with you all the time. But as long as they believe that you are a righteous leader, someone that's doing it for a greater cause, doing the right thing for the right reason, that is so important. Now, so many men in our society walk around really without knowledge of leadership, like I stated earlier again. And these same men, kind of circling back, are the men who are whining, who are complaining, who are not really bringing forth the best in every day. They're just not doing it. So they fail leading themselves. They fail leading their families. They fail leading their employees. And basically, they fail miserably at life. They become lazy. They become complacent. They become just average, right? You see, being mediocre and this is something that you need to take to the bank with you and never forget this. Being mediocre is not okay. Living average is not okay. We as warrior-minded men must live in abundance, must operate and execute at the highest of levels. We must sharpen our leadership skills all the time. I'm even working in my leadership skills every single day. I understand that I need to deliver my message, convey my thoughts in a way that other people can understand them. Because when I first started to be a leader, I thought everybody understood my language. Really, I thought everyone just thought like I thought, like I didn't have to start from the bottom here. But the reality is that sometimes you do. You have to start from the bottom and give people perspective, right? So they can see what you're talking about. They can live it, they can breathe it, and they can believe it just like you. All right, so next time that you're out there trying to tell people what to do, rather than doing that and leading in a way that's kind of like a dictator, let's start sharpening our blade and conveying our message, being more articulate and speaking from the heart. Also, exhibiting your actions, whether it's at work, whether it's at home. People have eyeballs on you. You can't be speaking the language here and be doing something completely contrary over there. Watch your step. Always think about becoming the best version of yourself and conveying your thoughts in a way that people can link up with you and understand your message. So before we go here, do me a favor. If you're really enjoying this type of talk about the mindset, about leadership, about living this warrior life, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button, like this video, share it, turn on that notification bell. We need more warrior-minded men to listen to this message. I appreciate you, and God bless.